Alright, I am back from vacation, so I'm going to stream my first flight. So it's been a week or so since I've flown this the last time. So hopefully I can remember everything as needed. So, without any further delay, I am going to get started. Okay, walk around's been completed. Let's go ahead and load up. Got to remember where everything is. Okay, landing gear's down. Hydraulic pumps are all off. Left and right battery switches on. Fuel quantities checked. We have 4,800 pounds. Oxygen quantity. At 1,200, that looks good. And actually, switch that over. Alright. Parking handle is checked. It's on. Left and right hydraulic pumps are off. Interior lighting is good. Left and right battery switch off. Ghost lights off. That's the pre-flight checklist. So that's good. Let's get to the APU start. Gonna move this just a hair. There. Okay. Gear handles down. Hydraulic pumps are off. Air source is off. Checked. Standby switch is on. Left and right batteries on. We have. Let's check our electrical. We have 23.5. Looks good for the battery. Lights. Nav set. Gotta arm that as well. Seatbelt signs coming on. Alright, left and right fuel pumps are auto checked. APU start. Okay, RPM's coming up. EGT is rising. Alright, APU bleed is on. Or sorry, APU generator is on. APU bleed's coming on. Cross valves checked. Alright, left and right bleeds are off. APU is on. APU bleeds on. Cross bleed is open. And then air source is normal. Checked. Okay, oxygen masks are good. Oxygen quantity has been checked. Fuel quantity is checked. Standard instrument is on. Clock is reset to 0 flight time. Nose wheel steering is off. Sorry, I almost forgot where that was. Man, it's been a while. Okay, ram air is off and guarded. Air condition bleeds are as required. Anti-ice is set. We can go ahead and put the window heat is on. Pressurization panel is good. Probes, we'll leave those off until we get ready to line up. Reversion panel is all normal. Got the ELTs are armed. Left and right hydraulic pumps will be on, and we'll set P2s to. We're gonna set these. Set them to auto. Hydraulic panels auto. Gust lock is on. Checked. All right, weather clearance. Actually, let's go ahead and pull our ATIS. So we're at Monterey.
2154 Zulu. Wind, 260 at 8.
Let's try that again.
Craft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Advise on initial contact you have Foxtrot. Monterey Regional Information Foxtrot. 2154 Zulu. Wind, 260 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 2000. Temperature 22. Dew point 12. Altimeter 3003. Visual approach runway 28 left, 28 right, in use. Departing runway 28 left. 28 right. Read back.
Alright, we have Foxtrot. That's good. We'll set our altimeter next. That's good, and it sets them all, so that's set. Alright, let's tune to clearance, and that'll be on 135.45. What did I do? Oh yeah. Normally I just use the dials, but alright, 135.45. Let's make sure we're connected. I think we are. Yeah. Alright, ground's gonna be on 120.8.
Alright, tower, Twin Cessna 701 Golf Tango holding short of 28 left, ready for departure.
Twin Cessna 701 Golf Tango Monterey Tower, wind 260 at 8, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff.
28 left, clear for takeoff. Twin Cessna 701 Golf Tango.
That's a little loud.
Denver Tower, United 739 is short of 17 right.
Yeah, 739 Denver Tower, wind 140 at 12, gust 29er, runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 17 right, United 739.
Monterey clearance, FlexJet 5755's IFR to Phoenix. Gotta remember what to say now.
FlexJet 5055 Monterey clearance, cleared to Phoenix Airport. Monterey 4 departure, radar vector Salinas, then as filed. Climate maintain 7000, expect flight level 40, within 10 minutes of departure. NorCal departure frequency 121.3, squawk 3231.
FlexJet 5755 is cleared to Phoenix via the Monterey 4. Vectors to Salinas. Then as filed, maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 450 10 minutes after. Departure frequency 121.3. Squawk 3231.
Flagship 5755, read back correct.
Okay, that's
Possess on Golf Tango, contact NorCal departure.
NorCal departure 1 Golf Tango.
Alright, that's set. So ground is on 120.87. Okay, so 120.87.
701
set.
Golf Tango, NorCal departure.
Tower
Radar
is
contact.
118.4.
Climb and maintain 15,000. Monterey altimeter 3003.
Get that
At 739,
ready to go.
contact departure.
That's set.
Departure United 739.
Alright, let's go ahead and set up our flight plan. We are... Let's see if I can pull this up. The CO route. So Phoenix... Sorry. It is Monterey. And then Phoenix. And then it should be 01.
Yeah, 739. Denver departure. Radar contact.
Okay.
Climb and maintain flight level 230.
Route not found. Alright, that's fine. Just do this manually and no big deal. Flight number is LXJ 5755. We're going to take runway 28 left to Monterey 4. Alright, so we got vectors, and then we're going to be Salinas. It'd be our next waypoint. And then from Salinas, this actually should be too bad here. It's going to be J6, so we'll go J6. And we'll end J6 at Palmdale, PMD. PMD. And then we're going to take a J65. And we're going to end that at Blythe. And that's our flight plan. We can enter our arrival. I can do it. I'll just do it now. Let's see. Our arrival. We're going to plan for a 7 right. So,
Number 1 Golf
stick
Tango,
that
turn
in
right,
there now.
090,
Hydra.
enable proceed direct Salinas and resume
One.
navigation.
Alright, so I guess we got to do Hydra first. From Blythe, and I'm going to leave this. Actually, I'm going to put it in there now, because sometimes it causes problems. Okay, so let's see our transition for that ILS. We're not necessarily see where so Balti is our last waypoint on the Hydra. I think that's before Alice. Or after, yeah, see, it's after Alice, so we'll leave Alice out. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at our legs. So she vectors, so we're going to be basically fly 1,100 feet, and then we're going to make a right turn heading 329 until we get vectors to Salinas. We're going to maintain 7,000. I'll go over the departure in a minute, but alright, then it's going to be on the J6 route. So if we look here, so Salinas is here, so J6 is basically all the way down to Palmdale, which is right here. So let's just confirm our waypoints. So we got Goli, Robbie, then we have Avenal. So Goli, Robbie, Avenal, Lando, Palmdale. So let's see that. Just come down here, Lando, Palmdale. There we go. And then we're going to be on the J65. So from Palmdale, we should have Arrow, Decos, and then Blythe. Okay, so Arrow, Decos, Blythe. So we'll go ahead and take that, throw it up in there. And that's good. Now, let's check. We can check our arrival. Normally we do this in the air. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this in the air just because it'll save us time anyways. All right, that all looks good. Our climb, we'll go ahead and climb. That's all fine. Actually, I'm going to climb at point. It's going to be at /0.78. Alright, cruise is going to be /0.82. And then descent is point. We're going to go point. We're going to go 78 here. Still got to put the slash in point 78. Okay, that all looks good. Speed's good, and 3.0. We'll just put that in there for now. All right, that's all set. Legs, go ahead and leave it there. Progress is fine. It just tells us it's basic FMS here. Cool. I just want to make sure we are current, so up to July 18th on our database. Everything looks good. All right.
739, contact Denver Center
doors and signs
127.02.
are all closed. Whoops. Okay, engine start procedures. Let's go ahead and check. Beacons coming on. Seatbelts are on. I'm not really sure which one's the difference here, but go ahead and flap that on. Parking brake set, chocks are removed, gust lock is coming off. Thrust levers are
At 739, Denver Center, Roger. Call me maintain flight level 360.
idle, checked. Engine run switches. Alright. They're on and area is clear. Start engine number 1 or number 2. Okay. Alright, engine starter cutout. Man, it looks like I'm just dropping crap loads of frames here. I don't know. Anyways, okay, engine 1 started. Let's start engine number 2. Alright, yaw dampener is on. Anti-ice is as required. Window heats are on. Flaps. I'll set that to 10. They're coming down now. And checked. Hydraulics checked. I can go ahead and look at the page here. Everything looks good. Flight and ground spoilers. That all looks good. Flight controls. Alright, full left, full right, neutral, full back, full forward, neutral. Rudder right, rudder left, neutral, checked. Trims. I like to trim this down. It's pretty close to borderline here. Alright, that's good. Brief is complete. Departure briefing. Now, this is our departure briefing. I'll go ahead and flap this up here. Departure is going to be, first of all, we are currently at Monterey Jet Center. And so we're going to taxi up here just before we get to Alpha. And we're going to call for taxi. We'll probably get Alpha all the way down to 28 left. And then we're going to depart 28 left on heading 278. So let's go ahead and set that in. 278. And altitude's going to be 7,000. Okay, so 278 to 1,100 feet or above, and then we're going to fly heading 329 until we get vectors. So we're going to maintain 7,000, and we're going to get vectors back to Salinas. That's our departure briefing. If for any reason we have any kind of cautions or anything before 80 knots, we're going to apply full braking and exit the runway if able. If for any reason after 80 knots, after 80 knots, we're going to only take it. We're only going to stop for engine fire and flight controls and major items that we won't be able to handle in the air. After that, basically after V1, we're going to take it in the air and solve the problem up there. V1 is set for 116. VR is 120. V2 is 127. That's checked. Alright, departure briefing is completed. Radar terrain, I'll go ahead and set that to terrain. Anti-ice panel is checked. Passengers have been briefed. Nose wheel steering is coming on. And CAS. We got the pro beats are off, cross bleed, and parking emergency brake is on. That's set for now. Taxi will do brakes, fuel balance check, thrust reversers, and all that good stuff. Okay, reversers work. And brakes. Alright, checked. And flaps are set for takeoff 10. Alright, we're clear on the left. We're clear on the right.
November 701 Golf Tango, contact Oakland Center 128.7. Cessna 701 Golf Tango, Oakland Center, Passerbless altimeter 2989.
Alright, clear on the right. Yeah, ignition needs to come off. There we go. Monterey ground, flex shed 57 and 55 at Echo and Alpha with Foxtrot taxi.
FlexJet 5755, Monterey ground, runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha.
28 left via Alpha, flex shed 57 55. Alright, okay, clear. Alright, we're on Alpha, so we're taking this all the way down. So one thing I can do for backup purposes is 117.3. We can set that in nav1. Okay, and then our bearing. Should have done this earlier, but actually we don't need bearing. We're just going to bearing to it if we need it, so we're set there. But we can go ahead and center this up now. Alright, looks good. Yeah, just a little rusty on everything here for sure. I know there's something I'm forgetting, but it's okay. And the reason I leave this up here is because I can't see the waypoints here. It's too small on my PFD for sure, so I leave it up there so I can actually see it. What my next waypoints are and all that good stuff. Okay, we can go ahead and get our cabin signs on. Probes coming on. Lights are all set. Whoops. Lights are set. Transponder's on, and CAS looks good. We'll set the engine bleeds after takeoff. So we're ready to go. We can go ahead and switch over to tower. So we're currently on 118.4. Departure frequency is going to be 121.3. We'll go ahead and get that ready. Alright, that's in standby for COM 1. And then after takeoff, we'll just review what the checklist is. It's going to be landing gears and flaps are up, taxi light off, anti-ice as required, thrust levers in climb detent. And then the hydraulic pumps are supposed to come off, bleeds transferred over, and then pressurization will be checked, APU will be shut down. And then we'll check our CAS. That's pretty much it for the after takeoff checklist. We'll go ahead and push that off for now. Monterey Tower FlexJet 5755 ready for departure. 28 left.
FlexJet 5755, Monterey Tower, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, FlexJet 5755. Alright, hit runway heading 1100 feet. And then we're going to make a right turn, 329er for vectors to Salinas. That is our departure. Alright, clear. Alright, here we go. $80 knots, check. And V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. And let's come back on the speed. Alright, 1100 feet.
Flagjet
Return.
5755, contact local departure.
Going to departure, Flexjet 5755. Alright, so we're looking for a 329. Norcal departure, Flexjet 5759, 2,900 climbing via the Monterey 4 7000.
Flagjet 5755, local departure. Radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 190.
Up to flight level 190, Flexjet 5755. Alright, overshot the heading a little bit. So 190 now. Okay, so I can go ahead and put in, I forget where all this stuff is. We're gonna go heading mode. For some reason this thing just, that trim on it just crazy. That's why I trim it way nose down.
Flagjet 5755, clear direct Salinas.
Clear direct Salinas, Flexjet 5755. Alright, so I need to get this altitude. I'm a little behind right now. 190. Okay, we're gonna go direct Salinas, enter, execute. We go nav, we're gonna go autopilot. Okay, nav. Okay, hold on. Shit. Let's take it in heading mode. Alright, autopilot's coming off. Yep. This is why you gotta look at some of these things beforehand. Come on. Alright, so for some reason alright, I'm still looking. Now this thing, my nav source is not, this thing's not moving. Like I literally cannot change my nav source right now.
Flagjet 5755, contact Oakland Center, 127.45.
2745, Flexjet 5755. Alright, so I gotta get this thing situated here real quick. So my nav source is not working at all. There. Now we're gonna go nav. We're gonna put the autopilot back on. We're gonna go. Why is this thing just wanting to like descend? This is stupid. Okay. So let's try this again. Autopilot. Okay, FMS, Alt. No, dude, this is not making any sense.
November 1 Golf Tango, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
Alright, so 127.45. This is stupid. Oakland Center FlexJet 5755, flight level 190.
FlexJet 5755, Oakland Center, climb and maintain, flight level 450.
Up to flight level 450, FlexJet 5755. Alright, so I think I...
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Alright.
Overspeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I think should be climbing
Overspeed.
now.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
I put it back in climb mode. Let's get it. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't fly this thing for a while. Alright, I got that, so flight level 450 is set. I need to get this thing up a lot faster. Alright, we're in climb detent, I know. Okay, so now we're gonna go. It's because I was so far behind this thing. Alright, so FMS, we're autopilot, yacht Abner, and we're climbing at about 4,000 feet per minute for now. Jesus criminy. Alright, so as soon as I'm going to go ahead and set my speed. I set that to 290 for now. Currently on our way to Goli. Oh man, if this is any indication how this flight's going to go, we're in trouble. Alright, landing gear up, flaps are up. Taxi light off, landing lights are off. Go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. Hydraulic pumps coming off. Never sure why you're supposed to turn hydraulic pumps off, but whatever. Continue bleeds are as required, and pressurization is looking good. APU's shut down, cast looks good. Alright, so while we're doing that, our elevation for Phoenix is 1135. So set for 1150, that's good. Okay, flight level 270 and climbing. Alright, that's all set. And altimeters, way late on that. Fairly certain you can just press the button, but it's not cooperating. Alright, mass is good, cabin signs are required, exterior lights are off. Good grief, man. So, I'm not sure why this thing wants to take a nosedive when I put the autopilot on like that. Well, hydraulic pumps not auto, that's fine, that's all good. Alright, go ahead and shut that down. So our next waypoint is 22 miles from Robbie. Go do a fuel and a time check there. Robbie is 13 minutes total flight time, so it's 4 minutes from now. And then 4.2 on the total fuel. We're at 3.8, so we're definitely short on fuel for some reason. Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch this over to Mach. Alright, there we go, and our range, set this out, there we go. Alright, so half bank, FMS, autopilot, and
Flightjet 5755, contact Los Angeles Center, 133.55, have a good flight.
3355, FlexJet 5755, good day.
November 42, Sierra Bravo, Mojave ground. We're 42, Sierra Bravo, Mojave ground, runway 26, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 30.
Los Angeles Center, FlexJet 5755, flight level 341, climbing flight level 450.
FlexJet 5755, Los Angeles Center, roger. American 225, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
And SoCal 8053 has information hotel for Torrance.
We're 8053, roger.
Alright, so Avenal's our next waypoint. And that is 56 miles. So we're 2 minutes early on the time, and we are 500 pounds short on the fuel. Keep an eye on that.
American 225 Burbank Tower, runway 15, Berlin.
Alright, still climbing. Decent rate here, 1600 feet per minute at Mach 0.78.
Cactus. Cactus 21, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Alright, we can actually slow our speed climbs, or our speed here just a little bit. Mach 0.76. Alright, come on, flight level 400.
Eric 225, roger. Taxi in the ramp area and remain this frequency. Good night. Cactus 21, contact departure. Cactus 21, SOCO departure, out of contact, climb and maintain 13,000. Cactus 21, correct, Julian, resume navigation.
Okay, 2,000 to go.
And so 80853, location, this is going to be a farm missed a cancel on the way.
November 80853, roger.
Oh yeah, I gotta check my speed. Okay, coming up on flight level 450.
Number 80853, roger, thanks.
Some reason, oh, that's 17 minutes. I thought those said 11. I was gonna say some reason it's not working again. All right, so Avenel coming up 10 miles. All right, we were already 2 minutes early, so I expect
Cactus 21, say again.
18 minutes. Okay, we're coming up. It looks like we're coming back on the time, so it looks like we're going to be right at the 20-minute mark at Avenel.
Cactus
And
21,
3.8.
Guac
All right, we'll check our fuel as well.
6164.
Let's come back on the throttles. Otherwise, we're going to get over speed here.
Number 80853, turn right heading 200.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Okay, just a little late on
Overspeed.
that.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Okay, so we're at Avenel. So now we're 300 pounds less, and we are pretty much right on time.
80853, 3 miles from Driffy, turn right heading 270. Maintain 2000 until established. Clear localizer runway 29 right approach.
So what we'll do here is look at the Hydro 1. I'm going to bring that up, and we're going to verify all our steer points. Alright, so we're going to start with Blythe. So Blythe, okay, Scully, or Skull. 250 and 280 knots. Oh, I was gonna say, wait, that doesn't look right. Okay. Okay, 280, flight level 250. Okay, Spank, flight level 240 or above. Give a little bit more throttle while we're doing this. Put up to about 78 here for now. Alright, so then Sonora is on the chart. It's flight level 220 below, and that's checked. Swoon, and no restrictions. And then Hydra, between flight level, or sorry, between 15,000 and flight level 190. Okay, 15,000, 190 or below, and then speeds 265. That's checked. Alright, so from there we're going to be Geely, and right now I got it set for a east approach, and so Geely is set for 250, 11,000 to 17,000. That's checked. Punt 10,000 to 12 with 230 on the speed. Teach 8 to 9 at 210, and then Tesla at 7,000. Okay. Fall go 210 and 6. That's checked. Kagor at 5,000 or above. That's checked. Balti is.
We're 2608 Romeo settle approach log there.
Ah, look at that. Balti shows on my chart above 4,000. Okay, but look at this. So we go here. Balti here. 4,000 as well. Alright, so.
For 42 Sierra Bravo Mojave Tower left crosswind departure approved, runway 26 cleared for takeoff. We're 80853, contact Torrance Tower 133.07.
Alright, Balti 4,000 above. That's perfect. Okay, so. And then we also have this loaded in there as well. So we can just verify that as well. We can do it also later. So
We're 80853, Torrance Tower, Roger, runway 29 right, cleared, low approach, wind 270 at 14.
Toddy is at 3,000 or above. I got 3,000 in there, and then that's when we'll descend via the ILS anyways. Okay, the missed approach, we'll brief that later on. Alright, that's good. Los Angeles Center, Flexjet 5755, request AFK 2 minutes.
Flexjet 5755, approved as requested.
FlexJet 5755 back on frequency.
FlexJet 5755, roger.
So here we are, just over beautiful Bakersfield. Should be kind of just down, whoops, right down there, I think. Not too bad. Very quiet on the external sounds. I guess I could try to adjust that. Let's see. Without screwing things up. A little better. Alright, so our next waypoint is Lando. We'll do another fuel and time check there, so let's get prepared for that. Alright, so the internal sounds are just a little bit. And these guys...
Rare 80853, roger. Right now, departure approved. Maintain VFR. Cactus 21, contact LA Center 128.6. It's 21 LA Center, roger. Palm Springs altimeter 287. Rare 80853, contact SoCal on 134.9er and maintain VFR. Rare 80853, roger. Cleared to the Fullerton Airport. Via press position, direct Seal Beach, and then direct climb, maintain 3000. Cactus 21, contact SoCal approach 126.7.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Cactus 21, SoCal approach, Chargers, Palm
Overspeed.
Springs, altimeter 287.
Overspeed.
Expect visual approach runway
Overspeed.
31 left. By
Overspeed.
present heading and descend and maintain
Overspeed.
900,000.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Cactus 21, expect visual approach runway
Overspeed.
31 left.
Overspeed.
Or 80853, advise you have the weather at
Overspeed.
Fullerton when able to say approach request.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
For 80853, Roger,
Overspeed.
expect that.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Piper 80853, Roger. Cross Seal Beach at above 2,600. Cleared VOR Alpha approach report procedure turn inbound.
I think I had my mic on mute the whole time. Anyways, as far as what I was talking about, in case it was on mute, at this point I like to try to calculate my planned top of descent, and so what I do is look at my first altitude restriction, which you can see is Skull 250. That's 20,000 feet below me. So if I descend at 2,000 feet per minute, that'll take me 10 minutes to descend. And now if I'm traveling at, my ground speed currently is 450, so I'm going to estimate it at 420, and that's 7 miles per minute. So that was basically 70 miles from Skull is when I want to estimate my top of descent, somewhere in that area. So with that said, it's right about DCOS or whatever is when I should start thinking about my my descent. And so right now I'm just passing over Palmdale, which is right here. So if you come down here, DCOS is right here. So it's the waypoint just before Blythe. Okay, we'll do another fuel time check, because I want to get back on track here. So we're coming up to Palmdale, and we look here, Palmdale, we estimated 35 minutes, so we are still a little bit early. That's good. That's not bad. And then 3.2 in the total fuel, and you can see here we're just about right there, so that's actually looking really good right now. So I'm happy with that.
Cactus 21, verify descending, descend and maintain 7,000.
Alright, let's get a look outside again before we leave California, which is quite a ways away still, but
We need 240 Charlie Victor, San Luis ground, runway 29er taxi via Mike, Echo, and Alpha, cross runway 29er at Echo. Cactus 21, descend and maintain 5,000. Rear 750 Echo Alpha. Open center squawk 7166, maintain VFR. Cactus 21, turn left heading 260. Rear 42 Sierra Fox Tower, standby. Rear 750 Echo Alpha, radar contact. Cleared to the Kilo Sierra Uniform November Airport. Be present possession direct galley. And climb and maintain level 410. Rear 2 Sierra Bravo Fox Tower. Skyhawk 2 Sierra Bravo, Roger, report 2 mile final runway 24.
So,
2 Sierra Bravo, disregard. Enter right basic, keep it as tight as you like, runway 24, clear line.
okay, so it looks like they're landing east. So 110.75.
Cactus 21, turn 15 degrees left.
So 110.75.
Delta 840, clearance on request.
Okay, and then we're gonna go bearing. That's going to be
Cactus 21, affirmative. Not at 739, roger.
we're gonna be 078. Okay, that looks good. And then missed approach is going to be climbed to 3,000, then a right turn to 5,000 on a heading of 250. Okay, and the PXR, which is the Phoenix at 115.6. We'll put that in nav 2.
Cactus 21, advise you have the airport in sight, 1 o'clock in, 10 miles.
Okay, that's in there. We're about to overspeed again. So let's
Cactus 21, descend and maintain 4,000.
pull down our speed a little bit. Alright, so, and that's going to be on a heading of 250 to the, and on the radial 163 from Phoenix. So we can put in the bearing 163 from Phoenix.
X21, clear visual approach, runway 31 left.
Missed approach altitude, or decision altitude is going to be 1369. Actually, 253 is our radial. So for some reason, I haven't figured out how to change this. It didn't work. Okay, let's see. I don't know how to change this to barometer, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Why I can't change that. So we'll just set it for the radio altimeter, which is 253. Alright, so next waypoint is DCOS, and that's 84 miles, and that's when we should expect a descend via the Blythe sometime in that area, that time frame. Or sorry, descend via the Hydra. Alright, so again, let's get our missed approach. We're going to climb to 3,000 and then a climbing right turn to 5,000. So we're going to climb to 3,000 straight ahead, okay, or 3,300, and then a right turn to 5,000 on a heading of 250 until we reach the 163, and then we're going to go outbound. And then basically the missed approach is going to be a left-hand turn for a right-hand pattern. Inbound leg is 343. That's 15 DME from Phoenix.
X21, contact Palm Springs Tower 100.7.
Our MSA from Phoenix, the PXR is from 160 to 010.
X21, Palm Springs Tower 1, calm runway 31 left.
5800, then we got 6200 here, and then 4800. So basically, if we go missed, it's going to be anything, 4800 is going to be our key here. Alright, let's take another quick look outside. See what's going on out here. Pretty much nothing but desert, as you can see. And we just under us is Big Bear Lake. It's hard to tell. A little bit of clouds. So if we look down in front of us, that should be the Salton Sea out there. Alright, looking good on speed. Still at flight level 450. Alright, one thing we can check here.
Or 129 Delta Quebec, Van clearance, departure frequency 134.2, squawk 4173. X21 order text via Golf and Whiskey to the ramp, remain this frequency.
Alright, so 50 miles to DCOS. Okay, slow it down just a little bit here.
Or 80853, roger. Roger.
Not sure what frequency we're going to get. I'm going to dial in 135.15. That's the closest one I saw for Albuquerque. But that may not be it either, so. Okay, still
240 Charlie
34
Victor.
miles to go.
Sun Luis Tower, runway 29, cleared for takeoff, left closed, traffic approved, report midfield downwind. We're 80853, crossing Seal Beach, contact board, tower 119.1. Or 129 Delta Quebec, Van Nuys, ground runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Alright, you can see that we're coming up on the border of California here, because you can see my between orthos and non-orthos, how nice the textures and the scenery is, and then you come up in here and the default. Completely different.
Montana Delta Quebec, Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff. Flagship 5755, cross Skull at and maintain flight level 250.
Skull 250, Flexjet 5755. Alright, so we've been given the descend to flight level 250, that's fine. So like I said, currently flying a little bit faster, so it's going to take us a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start our descent now. We'll get our altitude down to 250.
Viper 80853, Fullerton Tower, roger, continue.
And we'll start our descent.
Roger.
Pull back on the power. Alright, let's go ahead and 2,000 feet per minute. I have to get the boards out a little bit.
For 701 Golf Tango, Santa Barbara, altimeter 2990.
Alright, pull those back. Okay, we'll bug 7.7.
For 80853, crossing B-wall now, circle to discretion, runway 24, clear to land. Zero Charlie Victor, runway 29 cleared for the option.
Okay, we're looking pretty good to reach Skull. As you can see,
Or 129 Delta, Quebec, contact
SoCal
SoCal departure.
I'm going to slow it down just a little bit more here. 0.78 looks pretty good there. When I get closer, I might have to descend just a hair more, but not too bad. It's
Air
actually
129 Delta,
looking
Quebec,
pretty
SoCal
good
departure,
right now.
radar contact, maintain VFR, Van Nuys altimeter 200 800.
Alright. Let's go ahead and get an updated so Phoenix. Currently they're
She's here, Bravo, roger, taxi ramp via Alpha, remain
Quebec.
frequency.
and alright, still east 29er, 89er. Still east, so we're looking good on our
For
setup.
80853, roger, execute the missed approach as published. And contact SoCal on 128.1.
Alright, spoilers are coming in. I'm just going to set this at 2,100 feet per minute on the descent. Alright, looking good.
For 80853, SoCal departure, roger, same intentions. For 80853, roger, advise me when you're ready to proceed to Long Beach. You can expect further clearance at 0035, time now 0007.
Landing data. They're set. Landing data is most complete. So the landing brief is we're descending via, well, he said cross Skull at 250. Once he hands me off to the approach controller, I think they'll give me the descend via the Hydra 1. I'm not sure exactly the procedures on how that works, but since he's the center and he needs me to get me started down before he sends me over to Albuquerque Center or the approach controller over there. So that's why he says basically cross school at 250. Flight level 250 anyways. So, and go ahead and follow. After school 250, I'm going to maintain 280 knots. Alright, 10,000 to go. See, our cabin alt is 5,000 now, and we're getting a good descent in there as well, so that looks good. Coming up on Blythe, and we're at 55 minutes. Our planned Blythe arrival is 58 minutes, so that looks good. And fuel check one last time, 2.7, and we have 2.6, so looking good.
We're 80853, roger. Climbing maintain 3000.
Okay, 35 miles to Skull. Alright. Yeah, you can see here on my orthos for California and not for or Phoenix or whatever. I mean Arizona, so yeah, a much different look. Anyways, let's get back. We're descending now. We need to be flight level 250 at Skull. Got 25 miles to go, and looking pretty good there. Yeah, this doesn't give us any kind of ETA or anything like that. It's unfortunate, that's fine.
Zero Charlie Victor, runway 29 cleared for the option.
And we're gonna go ahead.
Flagship 5755, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45.
2845, flagship 5755. Okay. 2845. Anyways, I set it to just bug this thing at 280. Get our speed back down. Albuquerque Center, Flexjet 5755, flight level 263, descending, flight level 250.
Project 5755, Quebec Alexander Roger, descend via the Hydra 1 arrival, runway 7 right transition.
Descend via the Hydra 1 and 7 transition. Flexjet 5755. Alright. Okay, 1,000 to go. For some reason it just started descending pretty quickly there. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to look. So I'm going to keep descending. So my next restriction is it's going to be 240. So as I'm passing over Skull, I'm going to go ahead and keep. I just got to be above 240 at Spink. I'm going to maintain 280 knots, as you can see here. Passing Skull now. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our passengers seated. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start descending again. We'll do it at 1,000 feet per minute. And get our speed going here. Okay, coming up on Spink, then our next restriction is below 220. So what I want to do is aim for Hydra above 15,000 and below 190, flight level 190. So I can continue my altitude session since I'm crossing over Spink. So I'm going to go ahead and
Net 739, taxi to gate via Echo Tango Delta.
put it down to
ground, have a good night.
15,000. And we'll take it down. Alright, so this is Sonora. This should be Swoon. And then Hydra is my next one.
Yeah, 739, thanks.
Alright, let's pull up our ATIS.
Visual approach runway 7 right, 8, in use. Departing runway 7 left. 8. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Advise on initial contact you have Romeo. Phoenix Sky Harbor International Information Romeo. 2351 Zulu. Wind, 100 at 11. Gust 20. Visibility 10. 1000 scattered. 4000 scattered. Ceiling 6000 broken. 5000 broken. Temperature 36. 2.18. Altimeter 2988. Visual approach runway 7 right, 8,
Alright,
in use.
and I use this because when I dial in my frequency series, it doesn't work. It always just shows it up here in a text format. It's kind of nonsense for me, but anyways, okay, so Sonora 220 or below, and we're already below that, so we're looking good there. And then after that, it's Hydra 15,000 or above, and below, or sorry, 15,000 above and below flight level winners are with speed 265, which we're looking pretty good there as well. Starting to come down on the speed. Go ahead and put in our altimeters now. So we're descending. So 29er, 88. Okay, that's set, set, and set. Fuel balance and quantity is checked. That looks good. Hey, landing elevation has been confirmed. NDIS is good. Exterior lights. Go ahead and put.
November 750 Alpha, contact Salt Lake
Flap those
Center
on. We won't put our
128.72.
nose landing gear on until we get cleared to land. It's a good indication. Our landing data is already set. Actually, let me just check it again. And refs. Okay. Looking good there, and the brief's already been completed. We can go over the missed approach one more time. That's going to be a climb to 3,300 and then a right turn to 5,000 on heading 250 to the
Descended pilot
163.
discretion, maintain flight level 240.
As you can see, so 3,300, right turn to 5,000 on a 250 heading. Come out 15 DME. It's going to be a left turn for right patterns at Popkey. And we'll hold there and get further clearance after that. Missed. We have in our decision height is 260 for the radial altimeter, since I don't know how to put the barometric in this plane. Alright, so let's bug our speed at 265 for our reference points. Okay, and looking good, pretty good there. Okay, we're descending a little bit quicker than I need to, so let's go ahead and shallow out the
Delta
descent.
840 San Francisco ground, runway 28 left. Taxi via Foxtrot 1, cross runway 1 left, hold short of runway 1 right.
Okay, we're still FMS autopilot with descent rate 1,000 feet per minute, and looking good there. So let's continue on. So currently we're coming up to Swoon, which is right
cross
here,
runway 1 left, it's 1
and
left.
then Hydra. So go ahead and get rid of this one. After Hydra, expect no lower than 11,000. So what I can do here is so we don't just shallow out our descent a little bit. And let's go ahead and put the power in.
At 1555 San Francisco ground, are you facing south or not?
Okay, we'll go ahead and start the AP.
Next 55 runway 28
early.
left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot, cross runway 1 left at Foxtrot, hold short of runway 1 right.
Just so I can stay in front of the plane.
Flex Jet 5755, contact Phoenix approach 128.05.
2805, FlexJet 5750. Phoenix approach, FlexJet 5755, 16,600, descending via the Hydra 1 with Romeo. Okay, I didn't get a response. Maybe I'm on the wrong frequency. Maybe I heard it wrong. Albuquerque Center, FlexJet 5755. I think I got the wrong frequency.
FlexJet 5755, 128.65, 2865.
Oh, 2865, FlexJet 5755. Alright, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to
Delta 840, cross runway 1
descend
right
down
at Foxtrot,
to
follow the
11,000.
A320 ahead, number 2.
Phoenix approach, flex jet 5755, 15,600. Descending via the Hydra 1 with Romeo.
Flagjet 5755, Phoenix approach, roger, expect ILS, runway 7 right approach.
Well, we'll expect that at flex jet 5755. Okay, let's go ahead and start descending now. So got to be Geely under 17,000, which we already are. Let me get my speed down now. So Geely, and then we got to get to 250 knots, and then so we're already under the 17,000. We got to be above 11. I like to stay on the lower side of things. And then after that, we're going to be punt at 10,000. This is, hey, thanks for joining, but this is the Challenger 300 in X-Plane. It looks just like that. I would show you the back of it, I mean the inside, but kind of need to concentrate here on my approach. Okay, looking pretty good there. Again, my restrictions, I'm good on the speed. Yeah, it's a really nice plane. I only have a couple complaints. One of them is that you cannot read your nav waypoint. Yeah, I know, Howler. My wife just said she's on her way home, so I might be out. Yeah, I'd put FSX just because a lot of times that's what I think most people look for. I think it's more popular than the X-Plane label, so maybe I need to start changing that. Giving me poo. You mean instead of shit? No problem. Alright, so we're coming up on Geely now. We're up in our restrictions, 250. Alright, so now we're going to punt. We're going to descend to 10,000. Above 10. Okay, above 10 and below 12. We're already coming up on 12 anyways, and then we got to get our speed down to 230. Yeah, it's a nice plane, man. It is. I just went on vacation. I just came back, so this is my first flight, and I'm very rusty. My departure was almost a disaster, so it's definitely
definitely
handful on the departure part.
Clear for takeoff, wind
Autopilot
250
was
at
not
21, gas 29.
being cooperative. Every time I turned it on, it wanted to just descend like 10,000 feet per minute descents. It was driving me nuts. So I gotta get my speed down a little bit quicker.
Flagjet 5755, contact approach 120.4.
I'm in whatever, I just bought it a couple weeks ago, so it's whatever the latest one is. I think it's updated, whatever. Hopefully he did.
Flagjet 5755, contact approach 120.4.
Oh, he did call me. 20.4 Flexjet 5750. Yeah, the labels on this thing are really ridiculous. Phoenix approach Flexjet 5750, 10,000, descending via the Hydra 1 with Romeo.
Flagjet Flexjet 5755, Phoenix approach after Bolt, clear ILS, runway 7 right approach.
After Bolt, cleared for the ILS, runway 7 right, Flexjet 5750. Okay, so we're coming up in touch 210 on the speed, so I'm getting down there, And between 8 and 9, it looks pretty good already. Alright. So, anyways, yeah, the knobs
Delta
work.
840, San
It's
Francisco Tower, runway
still
28
insane.
left, line up and
Like
wing.
some of these trying to. That's why I don't even use my track IR. Oops, I'm getting a little slow here. Sorry.
United 1555, contact Norcal departure.
You know, after flying so much, oh, yeah. I fly both the west and I fly a lot, just all over. I just try to mix it up a little bit. All right, so coming up on Tetch, however you say it, 210, looking good on the
United
speed.
1555, Norcal departure,
Between
giving
8
radar
and 9.
contact, climb and maintain, flight level 190.
Gotta concentrate a little bit here, unfortunately. Oh, they did? Yeah. I mean, look, I'm zoomed in as clear as I can, and I can't see any of that. That's why I have this, my CDU out all the time, so I can see what waypoint is which waypoint coming up. That's why I do that. So, anyways. All right, so between 8 and 9, we're looking good there. After that, it's going to be right at 7,000, so I can go ahead and dial in 7,000 here. Okay, got my speed going a little bit too fast. I'm going to bug the speed so I don't get any warnings here. My next speed is going to be 210.
Left, clear for takeoff, wind 250 at 21, gust 29.
Okay, so this is test lay, and that's going to be 7,000. So I'm going to have to get down just a little bit quicker. And then basically, all right, so 210.
November 143, Victor Tango, Miss Ground. Good evening, clear to Billings Airport, Grizzly 3 departure. Then as filed, maintain 14,000.
Right, so
Departure
remain
frequency 124.9.
looking good.
Squawk
Got to descend just a little bit
3624.
faster. Not too bad. Then after Balti, he said Balt, but after Balti I'm cleared for the approach, which is cool. Get a little bit of spoilers just to keep my speed down. Alright, then 6,000 is the next. We're going to make our 7,000 restriction. So looking good there. Set it down to 6 now. Try to maintain the speed. This
Delta 840, contact Norcal departure.
cool. I can
Delta
actually
840,
flip
Norcal
this.
departure, radar contact, climb and
Go. I
maintain,
can
flight
go
level
heading
190.
mode. Nav source. We'll flip it over to nav 1. We're picking up the localizer already, 20 miles. So we're looking good, and we're actually under the glide slope already. We can actually hit the approach mode if we want. Okay, it's localizer's armed. Glide slope is, or sorry, localizer's active.
Flag jet
Autopilot-
5755, contact tower 120.9.
20.9er, flex jet 5750. 20.9er. Alright. I'll go back to that in a second. 20.9er. Actually, no, I kind of did that wrong, by the way. I wasn't cleared for the approach. I'm still running the altitudes and all that, so but I wasn't actually cleared for the approach until after Balti, so I kind of screwed up. Anyways, let me get my speed back up. So I need to get my altitude down. There we go. We're gonna set this for 5,000. Phoenix Tower, Flexjet 5750, ILS 7, right?
Flag jet 5755, Phoenix Tower, runway 7 right, clear to land, wind 140 at 16, gust 35.
Clear to land, 7 right, FlexJet 5750. Looks like we got some winds. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and slow this thing down a little bit. For some reason, alright, my glide slope didn't arm. Trippy. Alright, let's get down. We're going to put this down to 3,000. Let's go ahead and set that up. I'm going to go ahead and take that off so you don't have to look at that. Let's try to arm this approach again. Nope. Alright. Let's get flaps 5. Excuse me.
United 1555, contact the Auckland Center,
Oh, it is
132.95.
5755. Did I say 5750? Oh well. Yeah, I still haven't. I gotta descend quicker a little bit here. Alright, coming up on Tati. And Tati is 3,000 feet. I'm way high, so I gotta get down. For some reason, it didn't arm the. I mean, the glide slope didn't capture when I was coming down, and I think it's. I'm not sure what was happening at the time. I was probably talking.
United 1555,
Alright, let's get
Auckland
our
Center,
head up
evening, climb
a
and
little
maintain,
bit.
flight level 350, say airspeed.
Okay. Cabin signs are all done. Hydraulic pumps will be at auto. And we're gonna give us some APU, turn off the bleeds. And get... I set this to 4,000, set 3,000, so now I'm screwed again on my altitude. It's okay. Alright, let's get our gear down. Before landing checklist, landing gear. I'll complete that in a second. That's on because my speed bug's not armed correctly. Let's get flaps 20. And I'm really high here. And what I'm going to do now is autopilot's coming off. Okay, I got the jet. Okay, 3 green. We got flaps 20. I'll do the last stage of flaps in a minute. Nose wheel light is on. We've been cleared. Flaps.
Delta 840, do not exceed present speed for spacing, climb and maintain, flight level 190.
Last stage of flaps coming in. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what I was. I don't know why I was
Delta
saying
840, do not
5750.
exceed present speed.
But that's a good catch. He never said anything about it. Alright, when we exit, we're going to exit right, and we're going to get for Cutter Aviation.
Delta 840, thank you, contact
flaps are set.
Auckland Center, 132.95.
Landing gear down, nose wheel turn. That's all did. We've been cleared to land. We're set, and speed's coming down nicely. Just a little bit low.
Delta 840, Auckland Center, roger, climb and maintain, flight level 330.
Let's go ahead. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Alright. Missed approach again is going to be a climb 3,300 and then a right climbing turn to 5,000 on heading 250 to intercept a radial from Phoenix 163, 15 DME, a left-hand turn for right patterns at 5,000. Oh, I guess I have my flap spoilers deployed. There, it was one little setting. A little bit to the left there, coming right. And yes, I will float this plane. I do it every time. I just haven't figured out the feeling on it to being where I do a correct flare.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There's the float. Yeah, not too bad, but still. Okay, reversers. yes, this thing's a pain in the ass to hold straight. It's just explained for itself. Alright, reverser's coming off. Exit right here. Right, flaps coming up. Alright, we'll pull up our taxi chart here. Well, come on.
Flight jet 5755, taxi to parking via hotel, monitor ground. Have a good night.
To parking via hotel will monitor ground. Flexjet 5755. I said 55 that time. Alright, so I'm just going to exit the runway. I'm going to clean up the plane and then I'm going to taxi. So, alright. So, landing lights coming off, taxi lights, and strobes, nav, seatbelts will stay on, probes coming off, and monitor ground, that is on. I should have been prepared for the ground, but anyways, ground, we're on the south side. It's 132.55. So 132.55. Okay, so we're gonna monitor it. Yeah, no, I was behind. I started talking and just started not doing all the stuff I was supposed to do. Alright, so via hotel. So right here's hotel. Let's go ahead and get our head looking around, make sure we're not going to hit anybody. Clear on the left and clear on the right. Let's go ahead and after landing probes are off. Windshield heat, I guess I should turn those off as well. Check. Anti-ice is good. Flaps are retracted. Lights and strobes as required. Transponder is as required. Alright. We're going to go to Cutter Aviation.
I'm a 0 Golf, thanks.
Yeah, otherwise I would have somebody else flying with me too, which would help a lot. Messing with the radios and all that kind of stuff is the hardest thing to do. Single players, like trying to fly the plane and doing all the radios is kind of difficult. Just trying to turn the damn knobs half the time. Just being like where you can actually get to the knob, like especially in X-Plane, you're trying to find that certain spot for the stupid knobs half the time is a pain in the butt. So yeah, I have a my brakes are very sensitive. I have extra buttons for different kind of controllers for other planes that fly. So I use those a lot, but sometimes, like, I have so many buttons, I don't know which some of them are sometimes. So Cutter Aviation should be up here, just past the cargo. So hotel, and it should be. I should be looking where I'm at. So this is hotel. I got a ways to go. That's hotel 4. So right when we're about hotel 3 is when we'll enter the ramp. Cutter should be right there on the left, I think. Alright, let's start moving. Getting a look. Okay, so that's the cargo ramp. There's Cutter right there. Yeah, I fly a lot of different planes, so I'm trying to remember all the buttons on all of them. Is sometimes can be the hardest part. Well, we got a couple VIPs in back here, so we're going to pull up nice and close and let them get out, and we'll shut this thing down properly.
November Zero Echo Alpha, contact Salt Lake Center 132.25.
Alright, clear. Clear. Okay, let's get our brake on.
Station 750 Echo Alpha, Salt Lake Center, Roger. Friedman is landing runway 30, enable, say approach request.
Okay, brakes. Nose wheel steering. Engine bleeds are already off. Engine run
November
switches
Zero Alpha, Roger, expect visual approach, runway 31.
off. Anti-ice window heat's all good. Left and right PTU and all the pumps are coming off. And gust lock on. And actually, we should turn that off.
November Zero Alpha, descend at pilot discretion,
Let them
maintain
get up.
11,000.
Actually, that should still be on. Okay, no, that's not what I meant to do.
This
That
is
should
ground
still be on.
November 143 Victor
If you
Tango
coming down.
Alpha 3 intersection with uniform taxi.
And now that can come off. Alright, we don't have any power applied. Air source
November
coming
143
off.
Victor Tango, Mislo ground, runway 30. Taxi via Alpha 3 Alpha.
The toggle on this is stupid.
Alpha
You
3
should be able
Alpha
to
to 30
flip it down or up
143
without having to
Victor Tango.
toggle between the three every time. I wish I knew how to do that, or if there was a way to do it, that'd be awesome. Alright, standby instruments, left and
Delta 8
right,
for
coming
reduce
off.
speed.
And that is it. So that's the end of my stream and my flight. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was, like I said, it was a really horrible departure. Getting familiar with this plane again. So learning points on that were basically, instead of trying to mess with the autopilot, more or less get your plane stable with flying it. So basically, you need to fly it manually, get it stable. And then once you get it stable, then you can start getting the autopilot on. And so that was definitely an adventure for sure. Towards the end there of my approach was I got a little behind switching frequencies, and it caused me not to get the glide slope captured. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why I switched over to my nav source for the VORA. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's why I switched over to, yeah, thanks for the follow. I'd switch over to my ILS and a little bit early, even though I wasn't cleared. And that's the other thing, is that, so if you look here, I wasn't cleared. Let me see if I can bring this up. He gave me a cleared. Once reaching Balti, then I'm cleared for the ILS. So I should have followed my waypoints until Balti, and then at Balti I could basically start maneuvering via the localizer and the glide slope at that point. So, but yeah, so I switched over that a little bit early. And then I had the glide slope. It was armed. I'm going to go back and look at that and see what happened. But it was armed, and then I'm not sure if it was my altitude that I had set was wrong. Hey, yeah, man, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I don't know if it was my altitude that was set wrong as it was trying to capture the glide slope or not. So I'll have to take a look at that as well. And then the other thing is that you pointed out that I didn't notice is that I was saying 5750 for my my call sign there. So that was kind of, I'm surprised he didn't say anything to me as I was saying it wrong. But anyways, so that's all the things I could think of that kind of went wrong. If you guys have any suggestions or pointers or whatever, you know, I'm free for any of those kind of tips, pointers, whether it's this plane, anything. So, yeah. All right, let's take a look at this thing from the outside a little bit. Yeah, no, if you don't evaluate your flight properly, and I learned this from flying F-16s and stuff like that. We do proper debriefs. We do full-on briefs, proper debriefs, and you you debrief everything in the flight, your learning points, things you could have done better, and you make sure that when you're done with that debrief that you've gone over every aspect of what you could have done better and stuff like that. So yeah, that definitely is where my background comes from. So definitely it helps on analyzing yourself and doing it properly. Like I said, if you don't do that properly, then you're basically never going to learn from your mistakes, and you're just going to keep making them or making worse ones. Yep, I have those as well. I do fly DCS once in a while, not as often as I do other planes, but I do a lot of X-plane P3D. I like to fly BMS, which is the F-16 in there, and then but yeah, so I fly all sorts of different stuff. I try to stream once or twice a week. It's not on a regular schedule as of now, but I do try to do something interesting. A lot of times I'll try to do something that brings me out of my comfort zone, makes me a little bit sweat a little bit on it, and makes it a little bit more enjoyable when you can successfully complete something. All right, cool deal. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight. Appreciate the follows, and appreciate everybody watching. Until next time, we'll see ya. Yep, thanks, man.